Hello there! I was really looking toward making a proper devlog recently to walk through the process that takes place during scene creation. I think it might be quite interesting to see what's going on behind the scenes, and I'll showcase it using the recently built protein bar factory scene. So first off, I distributed all the assets created earlier into the project folders. Then comes quite a boring part of setting a few things up in the inspector. For instance, for sprite assets it would be pixel per unit, sprite mode, filter mode and compression. If I work with a sprite sheet, then I cut it into pieces using the sprite editor. Again, it's quite a boring and iterative process, though one that has to take place anyway. Now, in this particular case, I was actually reusing a duplicated scene, so I had to clean it a bit. I have several tile map objects in the scene to lay out tiles properly and for easier maintenance as well. So road tiles are drawn on the road tile map, buildings on the building tile map, and so on. I usually start with a building, so here you can see I'm drawing the newly created factory and then moving towards the road and later the rest. By the way, as you can see here, everything seems to be dark bluish. Again, that's due to the fact that the scene already has global lighting attached and the current tile maps are affected already. While building these, I realized that the lights, by the way these are animated tile map objects, were on the wrong sorting layer, which is why they weren't bright, so that was fixed. Then I added this short fencing along the road and the light poles after. Speaking about light poles, they are tiles as well. I believe some might find it peculiar, though I like adding them this way as they always appear consistent height-wise. My personal opinion, it's just less hassle. Then I added the lights to the light poles. This was quite easy to do by duplicating and moving the ones I created earlier for another factory. I usually add the shadow framing earlier in the process, though again, since it was partially there already, I decided to finish later. Shortly after having all this in place, I decided to, hit the play button and walk around, just to see if there is anything I don't like and, to be honest, just to get that feeling of partial completion. After the run, I moved towards the animated objects. For this scene, these are CCTV, blue helm sign, the factory entrance sign above the door, and the door itself. I start with the CCTV, setting the keyframes to make it smooth enough. That is also a process on its own, as here I'm in control of each frame, trying to build an animation that satisfies me, pretty much through trial and error. After I finished the CCTV, I went through the same process with the blue sign, the monitor and the door. An important note on the door, as I didn't attach the script yet to control it, it was just looping through the same animation. But that's something to address later. And surely after everything was added, I hit that play button to walk through the scene. It doesn't have any NPCs for now, and by the way, even those you saw earlier at the other factory are temporary, as I have a mechanism to spawn them. Nevertheless, here is what I got in the end. I'd really appreciate if you could provide some feedback on the scene and on this devlog format. Follow the channel for more, as there is more to come soon. Please check the link in bio, there are more socials where you can see updates on the development. And just to say, I'm currently wrapping up the demo, which I really would like to release very soon. Have a good day and see you in the next one.